used to be Floyd's job over there. I know it's irrelevant now. I know you don't care. No, he was a friend of mine. A real good friend of mine. Well, hey buddy, you didn't know it. He had such a smile. I know I shouldn't act this way. Oh, he's been gone quite a while. But you know I know he was a friend of mine. A real good friend of mine. Yes, he was. This to me, I housed you, I clothed you, I fed you the line, you fed me. All the time, just pretending to be a friend of mine. You were never, ever a friend of mine. Okay. Well, look at this other thing. Not sure what it is. And then we'll go down the list. I don't know what kind of a lead to put on a friend of mine. Not Screaming Blues anymore, it's called A Friend of Mine. I'm trying to figure out what kind of a lead to put on it. I mean, do I want to, I don't know. Nota, huh? Not a twig out of place. I'm not sure. I think it's done then. I know it's done, but
don't know if you really mean it. Can you really go on that far? And I can't tell if you feel it. Then just give me a little more. Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave uneven a twig out of place. Take a drive instead of swimming. Go to the river or the jumping pool. Hanging out with the beaches. Some will stay, some will go. Feel the breeze as it's blowing, but only phone call. It seemed quite important. I got in the truck and went for a drive. I went to the mountains searching for answers. It seemed pretty simple. I want to know why. The mountains, they stood there with no expressions. The clouds parted, revealed the sky. There was not even a twig out of place. mean it? Can you really throw a rock that far? And I can't tell. Chick hit me in a little bar. Oh. Break a tender heart and leave not even a
Six seconds.
Don't know if you really mean it. Can you really throw a rock that far? And I can't tell if you feel it. Did you kid me in a little bar? Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave not even a twig out of place. Don't know if you're it.
A lot of work here.
Oh, the dog is here.
Yeah. So you got to step over everything. Of course, being left-footed, I have to step over the other way, and that is the taller part on that side, and I almost killed myself. Pretty comical, actually.
Oh, that's nice. You got a little basket putting stuff in.
If you get cold, turn on the heat. The other day when it got so warm up here, it was cooking the congas. It's right up on them, and I didn't even know it.
It's not a good thing, huh? So, I'm just glad that keyboard players don't, you wouldn't buy this keyboard if it looked like it had just been dragged by a truck, right?
No. No. You mean, yeah, I know, relic and everything, yeah.
I just said phony. That's what I told Joe when he says, I'm going to get a relic guitar. I said, well, that's phony. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yep. I understand. You know, I would love to have the piano that Rubinstein played on. I would love to have the one that was down there at Parker's. I would love to have the Canavi. I would love to have Liberace's piano. Sure. I would love. I'm not going to say that it would play better than any other fucking piano.
Or sound better?
Keith Emerson's might sound better because it's been taken care of and pampered and tuned every 6 months and everything like that.
Rubinstein.
Exactly. But other than that, no, it wouldn't sound better because they'd played it. But I'd still like to have it. I mean, I'd love to have it because, you know, that's where Emerson derives his inspiration for certain things.
So,
you know.
I wouldn't mind owning someone else's great guitar,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't buy. I'm not going to buy a red Strat like this and bang it up so it looks like the one that Bruce Welton, what's his name, played in the Shadows.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to play it to death. That's how you relic it. Otherwise, just buy an old guitar, phonies. It started with Keith Richards, believe it or not. Guitars are just too new. Fucking play them. Phony.
Don't know if you really mean it. Can you really throw a rock that far? And I can't tell if you feel it. Did you kid me in a little bar? Honest.
Okay, I gotta do this thing, because I see what the difference is now. Because I don't need...
He can be revealing.
Okay, I don't need... I'll do it this way.
Oh, if you really mean it. Can you
See how much cleaner it
really
is there?
throw a rock that far? And I can't
Just the two
tell
vocals
if you feel
instead
it.
of...
Did you kid me in a little bar? Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave not even a twig out of place.
Okay, what's the next vocal? Let's try.
Take a
Okay, so it's only a few seconds. 125, 124. Oh, man. So I'm trying to do what we were talking about, or what I was talking about production and being cleaned up and perfected and stuff. I mean,
It's what I read a long time ago, what
here,
Gilmore
check.
said.
Listen what this is. Listen to this. I mean, when we did this, I redid it a little bit. Not here, but I redid it a little bit when I came up here. But here, check this. That's full blast. It's not. And I can turn this up. But even that's all the way up. That's not like.
take a drive and go swimming.
So
The river or the
what I did was.
you feel it, did you give me a little more? Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave not even a way out of way.
And if I clean it up like that, rather than just letting it play, and I get all the fucking spots out of it, because
I agree.
I don't need the extra lead vocals that are doubling doubles.
Well, there's nothing wrong with doubling things.
I've already doubled it though. Where I've got two
Or
vocals.
quadrupling. It depends on what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Well, it's not trying to be a chorus. It's supposed to be lead vocal, and chorus is doing the, I'm not leaving a twig out of place. But the rest of it's supposed to be one voice.
What's this?
Oh, cool. Where'd that come from?
It's sitting right here. There's
Sweet.
candy in it, and I took a little bit of that.
Did what, had candy in it?
Yeah. It's all wrapped. I wiped my hand off real good. Wiped it out with my fingers first. What do you have? What is that?
Green track.
I got Doctor Who. Here's a Steven though, right?
Is this Stephen? Probably is, yeah. Wasn't enough in there to fill up the little bottom part. Here you go.
Oh, now you've got pot in there.
Some dust, yeah. Weren't you good up yours in there?
Yeah, I was going to. But I didn't there.
If I just leave those down, if I just remix it this way. See, it's a lot.
Don't know if you really mean it. Can you really throw a rock that far? And I can't tell if you feel it. Did you give me a little more? Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave not even a way out of way.
And the lead comes in at the same note as my yell does, so it sounds like it's carrying it on. It's pretty
Kind of
funny.
like the idea. It's kind of like on animals.
Yeah, it's good, but it's on accident, completely on accident. And
There's several different people do
because
that.
my little yell is it ends right there. I didn't.
Little yeller.
Yeah, a little yell, exactly.
Little yeller. He's a little yeller here. On the green side.
So I actually need to. That sounds ballsy.
Take a drive, let's go swimming. It seemed quite important.
I gotta remember that's 2:45. And I'm also thinking you might want to.
You could, anything you want me to do.
Hmm?
Might want to replay something.
Well, only this part from this part of the verse up to the bridge, because you thought the bridge was coming quicker, and so you'd already got to it, and you had to come back and do something else again. And instead, you might want to go all the way through and do it. I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I agree.
I'm just wondering if we want to attempt that.
They asked David Gilmour in his first article in Guitar Player magazine about whether his records were fake, or if all the overdubbing or whatever, the production was not necessarily.
Is that what made it and everything? Yeah.
But he said, well, if you're going to make a record, it's going to last forever. You want it to be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why Dark Side of the Moon or Wish You Were Here were like, yeah, we were clinical. That same thing as Steely Dan.
Yep.
We want this to be Beethoven. You ever seen his scripts? His fucking shit. Whole page is all fucking
Nasty. You don't want to hear that.
and it's sloppy written.
And you don't want to hear that. You want to hear the perfected part.
And he didn't let you ever hear. It's like Hendrix did not want a lot of the stuff that's been released in his name out there.
Exactly. Now, see, after your career's over and you're gone, yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay to let all that out. But it's when you're alive that you can keep that quiet. You can keep it quiet. See, because when you're gone,
This doesn't matter.
You're gone, and it'd be great to listen to the stuff so you can learn from the pattern. Okay, this is how it started out. But it
Beethoven
actually
wasn't going to give away his secrets. Bach
Yeah.
wasn't going to give away his secrets.
Yeah. Well, they gave away their secrets in their music, but you had to be paying attention.
And you had to figure, but it's still hard.
But you
to
also
figure out.
you have to know that you have to know that
But even brilliant people these days don't really understand where Mozart would. They understand the but they don't. They're going like, what gave him the impetus to do that?
To go-
That made it so.
yeah.
perfect?
Except, well, you start out like that, and it turns into a really neat thing instead of. But I've done that before. I've written stuff like that.
No. I'm just saying that nobody knows.
come out and fix. Well, the best version, the best example of that is.
They know what.
It went from European on the euthanasia to Burden to All in a Name.
Yeah.
Complete revamping of the whole thing, because it was to that cool song, There's a lot of things that start out. There's so many songs that we did over the years that you hear in your head and
Ended up different.
it ends up differently. It's the same. It's the idea. It's your idea.
The band makes the song also.
It's fleshed out. It's just been fleshed out.
Sometimes the band makes the idea.
Yeah, it definitely can.
It's the funny thing is, well, again, we know how to write songs as a group and together. And for example, Yngwie Malmsteen doesn't do that,
No.
and John McLaughlin doesn't either. He generally lets everybody make an arrangement.
Yeah, he jams.
writes the music, and he wants them to do it exactly like it is, but it doesn't almost never comes out exactly like you think it's going to. But if you can get the right people to execute it right, but at the same time, you can't expect humans not to have the things that make the music what it is. Otherwise, it isn't. It's just being a typewriter, and that doesn't make music.
Yeah.
Even classical music isn't typewriters. They're taught, the real players are taught to feel it. That music has feeling. It's songs without words.
Well, that jazz video guy that I was watching for quite a while, I watched a whole bunch of his videos and everything. And he talks about that. You kind of have to know.
Major's happy, minor's sad, but it goes a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that. But the thing is that
Blues is happy music.
if you, if you're counting it, then you're not then you're not paying attention to the music. If you're busy counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're sitting there and you've got a piece of music in front of you, you're playing it and you're waiting for your time. Yeah, then you can count. That's not
There's
what I'm
a whole
talking
bunch
about.
of stuff.
But when you're playing, you shouldn't be counting because you're not gonna have any feelings could be gone, or the feeling you
You've
want.
already
probably
memorized
gone.
that you've memorized the count at this point. You should be letting it be. That's the thing I've noticed about these people. Seem to be. I've complained to you about our time. A couple of people said some things. I'm going like, okay. When we listen to certain things, I figured out one thing. For example, the drum program we're playing. Okay, I'm not playing to the drum program. All I'm playing to is the one. And if it loops on me, I'm not even paying attention to that. I'm just letting the machine do the work. Give me a count. That's it. So if I'm out of time with the drum loop, that's bullshit. Fucking listen to some fucking jazz and tell me about fucking that. The fucking concert I watched yesterday, everybody was out of time and it was the most fucking cool thing. So all these fucking great players all together, black and white one from like 1959, Newport Jazz Festival, and it was an all-star group. I think it was one of Monk's groups, Monk. But it had all these great fucking players. And they really played this meandering stuff. And it was this fucking, I Remember April.
I've heard that.
God, so much jazz I love.
Now I'm going to go ahead and bounce this down, I think.
There's a whole bunch of times that happened on the recordings where I didn't realize the chorus was because it was the first time I played through it.
Do what?
Second time.
On this?
And on not just this, but a lot of our songs.
Yeah. Do you want to do this again? Do you want to do it all again completely from the beginning?
I don't think so. Or maybe let me listen to it.
Huh?
Let's listen to it some more, and I might formulate
Okay.
something.
So you were expecting the first verse to start right there. And it starts here.
Don't know if you really mean it. Can you really throw a rock that far?
The beginning's
And I
35
can't
seconds.
tell if you feel it. Did you kid me in a little bar? Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave not even a twig out of place. but only if you're at the show and leave not even a rock out of place. It seemed quite important. I got in the truck and went for a drive. I went to the mountains searching for answers. It seemed pretty simple. I wanted to know why. The mountains, they stood there with no expression. The clouds parted, revealed the sky. There was not even a twig out of place.
So you see,
Ooh, I see. Do I?
And I can't tell if you feel it. Did chick kid me in a little bar? Honesty can be revealing, for it can break a tender heart and leave not even a break out of place. Take a drive, let's go swimming. Go to the river or the jumping hole. Hanging out at the beaches. Some will stay and some will go. Feel the
hear the difference there?
Uh-huh.
See, listen. If I just go with a single voice here,
Drive, let's go swimming. Go to the river.
or I have all the backing.
Hanging out at the beaches. Some will stay and some will go.
So there's the thing. Do I want to go with it with the full thing, or do I want to clean it and not have those backing vocals?
I like it with it clean, but
It's perfect. It's clinical. I mean, it's going to be forever.
I like it clean because, you know, we've done a lot of stuff that had a lot of vocals going in and out and stuff.
Filled. Yeah.
Sometimes maybe having one good thing, try to think of it as making it sound as much like it's real as possible without making it sound like it's in a live auditorium.
Okay, so here's the backing vocal.
So it's
So here's first.
oh,
This is virtually perfect. I mean, that's perfect as it's going to get.
no, I'm quite happy with this.
And it's nice and clean.
I understand.
You can hear the strings.
Don't know if you really mean it.
Man,
Can you really throw a rock that far? And I can't tell if you feel it.
You don't need all these.
Did you kid
Nope,
me
nope,
in a
nope.
little bar? Honesty can be revealing, or it can break a tender heart and leave not even a twig out of place.
So I think I can use. So I think what I'll do. I think I'm going to pluck these vocals out and leave them up and use them only for the chorus part. I'm going to do that real quick here.
well, the vocals sound kind of weird by themselves, the backup vocals, but they, when you put them with the instruments, they, like in the chorus or wherever you're going to put them, they do a cool thing. Gotta just be careful about where you put them. And
Yeah, I'm going to take them out right. I'm going to do this real quick.
too much of anything, you know, bring it down to the least you can possibly have.
That's what I'm going to do. I've got an idea here. I'm going to clear, right now I'm clearing all that out. All the background out. So I've got both these. I got two leads if I want to, whichever one I want to use at whatever time. I think I'm going to stay with this one though. I'm not going to use the other one at all. I think. I'm not
I've
sure
always
yet.
said some things like I don't like minimalism. Minimalism is where art begins. It's not where it ends.
Huh?
You're always minimalistic.
Don't know
when you start
if
something.
you really mean it.
It's got to be perfect.
Can you really throw a rock that far? And I can't tell if you feel it. Did you kid me in a little bar? Honesty
I
can
might
be
redo the vocal.
revealing,
Maybe it'd be better.
or it
If I did a
can
different
break
buck.
a tender heart and leave not even a twig out of place.
It's perfect. That's perfect to do it right like that. That does work.
Because see, I have the second voice here. Here it comes.
Take a drive, let's go swimming.
I have this one,
Go to the river or the jumping hole.
or I have this one.
Hanging out at the
That's really good right
beaches.
there.
Some will stay and some will go. Feel the breezes as they're blowing, but only if you're at the show. And leave not even a rock out of place.
Great. That's just great. Because it's only on that little last line, that tag.
Yeah, the
And
chorus
it
line.
reminds me of one of those 60s songs.